good, everybody? Welcome back to the Blitz City Podcast. We are your hosts, Kobe Orr, and of course, the source for everything Bulldog related, the number one source for everything Bulldog related. My guy, our guy, Terrence Tucker.
What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Hey, man, say, man.
You know we
It's been a long time coming, man.
Yeah,
It's been a long time coming, Bulldogs.
But the season is basically here.
Hey, 33 more days, man.
Ooh, that's it.
33 more days, man. 33 more days, and we in the building, man. We gonna be in Orangeburg, South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Ready, man, geeked up, ready for them Bulldogs to run out, man, hit the field, man, versus those Wofford Terriers, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
But before that, we got a lot to talk about, man.
We got a whole lot to talk about because a lot has been happening. A lot around the MEAC. You know what I'm saying? MEAC Media Day. A lot of moves have been made, transfer portal wise. You know what I'm saying?
Man, a lot to talk about, man. You know, let's get to the business, man.
Now, before we get started, I do want to ask you though, MEAC SWAT Challenge this year, you going?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay, see, I was thinking about it, but if you going, I know I'm gonna head out there too.
Okay, hey, listen. Let's make it happen, man. I mean, you know, if you need me, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying, you want to go out there together or you just want to meet out there, you know what I mean? It don't matter. But
I'm gonna bring my girl coming with me, but I'm saying, like, I was thinking about it.
Oh, excuse me.
No. No. What I'm saying is though, like, you know, like I'll meet you out there and everything, but like I didn't know if you was gonna do the credentials or if you were just going out there as a fan.
Oh no, it's straight fan.
Okay, all right, cool, we can do
that. It's easier that way, right?
Oh, yeah. Because I ain't trying to watch from no press box, man.
Yeah, it's easier that way. You know, I just want to go out there and just literally just because last year, man. You know, when FAMU played Norfolk, man, like, man, it was so cool. Like, you'll be surprised how many South Carolina State fans really be at those games, man.
Really?
Right? And man, it was about me and about 20 South Carolina State people, man, sitting in the stands just watching the game. And we were cheering for Norfolk.
Of course.
I mean, just to be real with you, but. Man, we had a good time. You know what I'm saying? Great atmosphere. You know, the bands were going ham, of course, man. You know, but it was just great fellowship. But it felt good just to be back in the mode of HBCU football. Yep. And that's how it's gonna feel on the 23rd, man, of next month when North Carolina Central plays Southern, man, and that's gonna be a beautiful night, man. Come out, man, if you can. Downtown Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Let's
hydrate
go.
Yourself too.
You know what I mean? Come out there, man. Do your thing, man. Meet, you know what I mean? Fellowship. Me and Kobe's gonna be out there, man. If you guys gonna be out there, come out. Let us know. You know what I mean? We all can just fellowship, you know, and watch some good football.
Facts. Okay, all right. Well, I know you're gonna be out there. We out there then.
Oh yeah.
All right, now we got to talk, man, because of course, guys, MEAC Media Day happened.
Yes.
It was something. All right.
Yeah.
it was something. So, you know, MEAC Media Day happened, and I'll say this, right? I think we're headed in the right direction with as far as the way that we do things, but there's still some things that needs to be cleaned up. Some things we got to talk about. So here's my takeaways, right? I don't care too much about a fashion show. Yeah. I don't. But there needs to be some type of professionalism, right?
Right.
And every school didn't have that.
No.
Every school didn't have that. Like Delaware State, they showed up in like team collar shirts. I think Media Day should be a suit attire.
Suited and booted.
It needs to be a suit attire, right? On top of that, everybody needs to be uniform.
Right.
Cause like it's like like you got the two players and the coach, and like one of them looking fly, and the other two everybody got on suits, but one of them got like a I'm just exaggerating, but like a Versace suit, and everybody else got on something from
Come on,
right down the road. Like y'all got to be uniformed.
Come on, man.
Y'all gotta
Come
be
on.
uniform. So I wasn't really rocking with that part of it, right? But the production was great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The
Oh yeah.
production was great. I like the location.
Yeah.
Like I said, right? I like the location. Second
Yeah.
point, but bring it back to Atlanta.
Right. I
That's
bring
where
it.
it
Yeah.
needs to be
Yeah.
at.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
MEAC Media Day needs to
Needs to
be
be in
at
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
It needs to be in Atlanta because here's my thing. If the MEAC SWAC Challenge and the Celebration Bowl is in Atlanta, why isn't Media Day in Atlanta?
Exactly. It just makes sense, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It just makes sense.
I
Like,
mean,
why
this
wouldn't
makes
you
sense,
want it
bro.
where we play
Like,
the championship game at?
yeah. You know what? Since since the Celebration Bowl is played, you know, right in the what it is, the Falcon Stadium, right there, Mercedes Mercedes-Benz Dome. That's where it needs to be held at.
You would,
Media Day.
man. All right.
But it is what it
And
is. It is what it is.
my last takeaway from MEAC Media Day: invite the right guests.
Right.
I don't mind y'all bringing in celebrities. I don't mind you bringing in former pro athletes, now turned analysts who are on TV.
Right.
But somebody not doing their research to invite LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah, man.
Somebody ain't. We see how he is on TV
Yeah.
on his main show.
Right.
Why would y'all think that's a
which got canceled, by the way?
which got canceled?
Right.
Which got canceled.
Right.
Now he's known because that's just his personality. He's known for saying things that are just a little
Right.
too braggadocious.
Right.
He's known for acting a certain kind of way.
Yeah. He's a shock jock.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know why that was the choice. I feel like Cam Newton would have been perfect.
Cam would have been good. Yeah, Cam would have been good, or just somebody that really respects the HBCU culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because those coaches and players deserve to be respected. You know what I'm saying? And to, listen, we all make mistakes, right? We all, we all make mistakes. But to sit there and call Howard Hampton, you know what I mean? Just
disrespectful, man.
I mean, that's just disrespectful, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it lacks, professionalism. And I just feel like, man, next year they got to do a better job with that next year, because you really have to roll out the red carpet for those guys. Why? Because you have a lot of people watching that, man. You know, and you don't want to be looked upon as a laughing joke. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, this can be a recruiting tool.
Right?
Like, you want to make sure that kids feel special, coaches feel special. You know what I'm saying? And it's a wonderful matter of fact. You're representing your conference, and you want people to look at your conference and maybe want to be a part of your conference. You know what I'm saying? And so, like you said, man, just uniform, is super important. You know what I'm saying? And also coaching up, man, because some of these kids need to learn
media training.
Yeah, some media training, because some of the responses to to some simple questions were just it
was a little hard to watch.
Yeah, it was.
It was definitely a little hard to watch.
I mean, it was difficult to watch, man. And so, but like I say, man, you'll never see perfection, of course, but can things improve? Yes, it can.
Yeah. And like I said, we did some great things, to build upon, but so the not so good things, man. Okay.
Super glaring.
Now let's really get into media day. So
trash.
This was my first problem.
Trash.
This is my first problem right here.
Trash.
These are the projected offensive and defensive preseason MEAC players of the year. The first problem I have with this, Jason, first of all, they're both from Morgan State.
Both of them.
Jason Collins Jr., and before I say what I'm about to say, no disrespect to any of these two players.
No
Okay,
disrespect.
never any disrespect. These are student athletes at the end of the day. Jason Collins is a second team player, second team all conference player.
Right.
And we have him. You have two running backs in the preseason media polls who are over him, but you put him as the offensive player of the year. If you're going to choose him for offensive player of the year, why is he not first team?
Exactly.
How does that make sense?
Exactly.
This is the type of thing like it makes us look like we're just
Incompetent.
not putting any effort into this. Like this is why the MEAC gets the rap that it has now. It doesn't make sense.
Incompetent. Incompetent is what it is, bro. But I think it was a little bit of home cooking. Like I think it was a little bit of home cooking. I think
you know, I believe that. I believe that because I can't find a reason to justify it.
A lot of these people have never heard of these two kids, man.
Well, see that's my next point, right? Defensively, Eric Hunter, I get it. I don't agree with it because he was hurt, but I get it. Eric Hunter was one of the top HBCU draft prospects last season, right? But Eric Hunter got hurt for a good portion of the season. He not even, and their reasoning for putting him as preseason the defensive player of the year is because he came back strong in his final two games. I don't care.
I don't care.
The best ability is availability. He didn't give you that.
Availability.
Now,
bars.
Call it what you want. Call it favoritism. Call it what you want. Right?
Fact.
Jared Washington should have been in that spot.
Listen, Jared Washington should have been defensive preseason defensive player of the year for the MEAC, hands down. The boy balled last year, man.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
All 13 games and played all 13 games, man, and balled out, man. He should have been in that spot, man. Period. He should have been in that spot. Yes, that guy right there, Jared Washington, should have been in that spot. MEAC preseason defensive player of the year. Period.
My thing is, right, he's been shut down all year.
All year.
All year, man. I mean, the pick six versus Howard, right? The performance versus Georgia Southern. He's the best DB in the conference.
Clutch.
And it ain't close.
Hands down.
It ain't close. He's the best DB in the conference.
Hands down. Hands down. But guess what? The only thing that matters is how you finish.
That's correct. Correct.
That's because last year, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, Aaron Smith should have been preseason defensive player of the year.
He should have been.
You know what I mean? And he should have been postseason player of the year.
Right.
But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Joshua Barker.
My guy.
Now, Josh Barker, he is a preseason pick, right? All MEAC pick. However, he's second team.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, but I get it. I get it. I get it.
I'm kind of having trouble. I guess I'm okay with it, but I'm kind of having trouble accepting it. Right now, if we still had Bill Hall, that's automatic first team. Right?
Automatic.
But Joshua Barker, when you look at some of the guys that they had ahead of him, some of those guys aren't even where he was statistically.
I think people still hating on Josh. Personally, I think people still, huh?
No, my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna add. I think it's because of his size.
Exactly. I think people still looking at him like he can't follow up this year from, you know what I'm saying, having a good year last and follow up with a great year this year because they doubt this young man. This young man has put in the work. See, people look at his size and automatically doubt him, but I'm telling you, this young man has the heart of a lion. He's he is self-motivated, man, and he is a dog. Like he puts in the work, and he has now developed himself to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cheering for this young man because he has put in the work, and he's young.
Right.
Young. Right. Like Josh was a sophomore last year. Man. You know what I mean? And he put in the work, man. So I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the table this year. He has gotten stronger. He has gotten quicker. Me and Josh talk pretty often, man, and he has put in he has really put in the work. Josh dedicated his whole summer to getting better.
Right. You can see it.
You know what I mean? His whole summer to getting better. I mean, literally, he was in the gym the whole summer. You know what I'm saying? Prepping for the season, man. Much like I said about Jared, Josh is gonna prove himself too.
I agree. It's just that Lord, that really made me upset. Now,
yeah.
When it comes to Sean, right? Sean, not only do I think this is right, if we had half the people who transferred out,
I just
it was over with.
Yeah, I mean, because
it would have been a landslide.
Well, Caden would have been a hands down offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
And Bill would have been hands down defensive player of the year. You know what I'm saying? Or Sean, what's his name? Brown Smith would have been one of them, one of them too. So yeah, you're right, Justin. So we had options, right? But from the guys that Barry selected, which was Jared and Josh, those were two guys who has been with Barry from the beginning and have stood by his side, and they have really put in the work. This spring they were leaders. This summer, when I was on campus several times this summer, I'm sorry, they were leaders. Leading workouts, man, and just really putting in the time and the dedication, and just going through the grind with each other, man. So it made sense for Josh and Jared to be sitting next to Barry when they went to Baltimore, because they have truly put in the work. And yes, we got a lot of transfers, but those two guys right there are the epitome of going 1-0.
Now, let me go back a little bit. So, just to kind of continue what we were talking about, to put things into perspective, North Carolina Central led all programs with 8 student athletes named to the preseason MEAC first team list. Across offense and defense, Morgan State followed with 6 selections. Norfolk State earned 5 first team honorees. Howard had 4 players recognized in the first team. Delaware State recorded 2. And of course, we came in last with 1 selection.
The 1 selection. But we picked to win the conference.
And that's exactly where I was going. So you mean to tell me we are picked to win the conference.
Right?
We picked to win the conference.
Yeah.
But we got the least amount of all MEAC selections.
Yeah. We trash, basically. That's what they're saying, basically. But we are selected to win the conference, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's just, I mean, okay. So I'm gonna be a devil's advocate here, right? We got a lot of good players coming in.
We do,
and I think they know that. They know that, meaning They meaning the whoever votes for these things. But those players have not done nothing in the MEAC yet.
Do you think that's why they did it?
Yeah, me personally, I think so. Now here's the thing. I also realized that that was a safe pick, also. Right? Just since they won it last year, well,
just give it to them this year.
Just give it to them this year, right?
They
just
guessing.
Put the bullseye on them, right? And so, but I can guarantee you this right here, though. Bear would not allow that to be an influence on his team. That I can tell you right there. I can tell you right now that those guys are they have been humbled. They have been humbled.
Right.
So what happened last year is happened last year. That I know for a fact. This is a brand new team, and the MEAC may have given all these guys this and given all these guys that, but it only matters who is standing at the end of the year.
Right.
And if we can go out there and set the tone, that first game against Wofford, that's when me and you and everybody else is going to see what kind of team we have. Right? A lot of people are begging, to see the depth chart and who are these new guys and what they're going to do and how they're going to look, right? But we're going to see on August 30th if these rankings or if these, how true these rankings really are, basically.
You know what? It feels like this whole offseason, especially with the whole media day, it feels like it's just so much unknown that all the voters, everybody who had a say in this was just grasping at something that was familiar to them.
It's impossible.
If they had a name that was familiar to them, let's pick him. Facts. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of because there's so much unknown in the MEAC right now.
It's too much, but not just in the MEAC, everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere. The doggone transfer portal has really polluted the game, man. Really polluted.
I think this is the harshest we've ever seen it.
Bro, it's so ugly, bro. Like, I've never seen it, nothing like this ever in my life. Bro, I've been going to South Carolina State football games, man, since I was 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? And when I really started following the teams recruiting, you know what I'm saying? I always knew who was coming back next year.
Right.
I always knew. Maybe a guy may have gotten into some, maybe a guy may have gotten into some, troubles as far as legal troubles, or maybe, something going on, what I'm saying, with his academics or something like that. But you didn't really see many transfers, right? So you always knew who was coming back next year. So you always knew what kind of team you was having next year. Now, you don't know who the hell coming back next year. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know who's coming. And you don't know who's going to be there that first game. That's crazy. That FAMU game last year, me and you were standing by each other.
Right.
There were players who we didn't even know was on the team. Right or wrong?
We literally did not.
There were players we didn't even know was on it, and we followed the team.
Right.
So imagine how me and you felt when they said we got 42 new players.
And that's when I really was like 42.
We like 42?
I mean, goodness, like, okay.
Where'd it come from?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying, like, okay, yeah, they kind of go off what you were saying, how people are pretty much guessing because you can't help but guess. Like there's no real depth chart, or there's nothing we can actually go by that can say this team is better than this team. Remember last year we were picked what, 4th or 5th?
Yeah, something crazy like that.
You see what I'm saying?
Because they had
There's
D2
no
bias.
true way of knowing who's better than who simply because of the transporter, the transfer portal. And so I always say that you know what I mean, you can't really pay no attention to this no more. Like as far as the rankings and this, that, and third, you have to go by what go on the field.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I do want to say just to go back to the Wofford point, right? The Wofford game. I also do believe that a lot of people, because I've heard discourse about our team, right? Let me just remove this for a minute. I've heard discourse about our team.
Of course.
And from what I've been hearing, and I didn't comment, I didn't say anything, because I'm not gonna help nobody, right? But I've heard people saying like, we just don't know what South Carolina State has, right? They just don't look like they have a lot. And you know what? Even though I know what we have waiting in the tuck, I don't say nothing. Right?
Because listen, I understand how they feel.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they have a right to feel that way, bro. My favorite team is South Carolina, right? My favorite college team is South Carolina. Hell, bro. You ask me right now, what do they have? Bro, I couldn't tell you, right? You know, you know what I'm saying? The same thing with my Carolina Panthers. I couldn't tell you what they have, right? But I can tell you what South Carolina State has, but I can't tell you what 42 new players will have. I can't tell you that.
Right? And you know what? I kind of feel like that's a little bit of a smokescreen too by Barry, a smart one, kind of taking something out of Coach Pugh playbook. And let me tell you why. It ain't. Yes, we lost big pieces, right? We lost Hayden, we lost Justin.
We lost some dogs.
We not only did we lose our top 3 receivers, those 3 receivers were all
and
top 3 in the conference. Tight end, star quarterback,
linebackers.
Listen, there are guys who got significant playing time in that rotation that we have back. Talented guys.
Very.
Ain't nobody talking about DeAndre, and I love that.
Good.
People forget about. I think Nick made the jump. I think nobody's talking about Nigel. Nobody's talking about the guy. You know, we have guys who were here last year who got significant snaps in games who are going to be ready to go next season. But because they only look at the surface level of our team last year and what we had, because we a lot of great talent, right? They don't know what we have waiting. So I still think, even though it may not be the same as last year, I think we still have a really good blend of guys who have experience, who had experience from last year, with the new players that we brought in from this year. You know what I'm saying? I think we chose. I really do think we chose the right amount of guys, the right type of athletes to come into our system and just get going just like that. Now I do think it'll take offense just a little bit longer than defense naturally, because I mean our defense looks really really good on paper, right? Offensively we got great athletes. We just got to wait to see how they gel, but nobody really knows what we're returning. They don't even really know what we're bringing in, but they can Google that. They don't really know what we're returning, and that's what I like most. That's what I like most.
But you know what I'm saying, Kobe? Like I just said, hell, bro, we don't know what the hell we got. Think about it, bro. We only talked about maybe 15 transfers.
Maybe.
Right? So it's we August 30th is when we'll see what we have. Now, for Barry to say that this team's bread and butter will be defense says a lot. It says
I'm not surprised by it.
Nah, because me and you said earlier, months back, that this secondary will be scary.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have been preaching that for a long time. This secondary may be one of the best secondaries we've had in years at South Carolina State. In years at South Carolina State. Even when Kobe Durant was here, like
I get excited thinking about the secondary, man.
This secondary is dumb.
Oh my gosh.
It's stupid. Okay? And if everybody stay healthy, it's stupid. It's crazy. You know, I'm telling you what me and Kobe know. This secondary is crazy. Now you add in some decent linebackers. As long as we can get some push from that front four, we're gonna be all right on defense for sure.
See, even when I think about the linebackers, right? I was like, okay, who we gonna get to replace Aaron Smith? And then I looked at the kid from Fort Valley, who was a part of one of the top defenses at the Division II level, and how he produced. And I said, oh, we got him.
But
I'm not saying he's gonna be an Aaron Smith. Can't nobody be an Aaron Smith.
Nah.
But that's a damn good linebacker we picked up.
Right. But you got the kid from the kid from Limestone, what's his name? John Brown.
Oh yeah, Sean Brown.
He a dog.
Yeah.
Then you got Mike, what's his name? Nunes. Mike Nunes from Tulane. He a dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Michael Nunes.
And then you got the kid out of I forgot was it Jacksonville State or one of the kid that came, but he a dog. So you got some dogs back there, and then you still got what's my guy number 7 linebacker. I forgot his name that fast from Zane. Still got Zane there. You know what I'm saying? So we got we got talented linebackers. Or guys who can play the role. You know what I mean? So, much like Barry said, the defense should be the leading the pack. I mean, but and you win championships by having defense anyway.
Right. And the only question I do have is the D-line. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just because we got talent on the D-line too. They just young. You know what I'm saying? So we got Joshua. He's the leader. He's obviously the leader of that group now. Then we got Jordan Dollard. It's his time.
It's his time.
He's got really good. It is Jordan's time.
Even Coach Barry said that during the press conference that it's his time. 40. Hey, listen. You know what I mean? Glock 40. It's your time, brother. It's your time. It's your time, my man. You know what I'm saying? It's his time. But we got some edge players, but my fear has always been the interior. I always felt like we needed some big bodies with girth that can plug the middle. We
got a couple of guys. We just got to wait to see what they do.
That's what I'm saying. We just have to wait and see how things look on the field. Of course, we can go to a couple practices, but that's nothing like game time. You know what I mean? Yeah. And
I do want to say the kid's name started with a K. I think he came from Hampton. He was a freshman last year.
Yeah, he left though.
So he left.
Yeah, he transferred to Norfolk.
The freshman.
The guy that came from the guy that came from Hampton last year.
No, not Hampton University, like Hampton High School.
Chisholm.
Come on,
okay. You talking God, what his name is? Grissom? Something like that?
Chisholm. Come on, yeah.
Chisholm.
Chisholm. Man, boy, I got scared. Boy, don't do that. Oh my God. All right.
He a dog, man. He a dummy. Hey, he's got bigger too.
Kavon Chisholm, I'm putting
Yeah,
all my stock in him. I think
he
he
got bigger.
like he has potential to be the premier guy. He's only going into his sophomore year. But when you dress out a true freshman and you give
Yeah.
him playing time, it's something special about him. So there's something special about Kavon Chisholm, man.
Now,
That is a
hey,
superb athlete.
my man gonna be a stud, man. He is.
Yeah.
He gonna be a stud. I actually talked with him this summer, man, and I seen him, and I was like, bro, you getting big, bro. So yeah, he is putting in the work. You know what I mean? And I'm super excited about that. But more importantly, he's such a great young man, bro. A
Right.
great young man. Yeah,
Humble.
man. Solid. A very humble kid, man. Really, very humble kid, man. If he could just come out there with that dog mentality, man, and really just play free, oh man, the MEAC in trouble.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Now, getting back to it, this is the entire look of the first team, preseason first team all MEAC offensively.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it, right? First of all, I didn't know Walker Harris was even back from North Carolina Central. That's big for them.
That is big.
That's big for them.
That's
Kevin King, we saw him. He kind of bursted onto the scene in the MEAC SWAC Challenge
yeah.
at running back for Norfolk. So
Yeah.
I like that kid a lot.
I did too.
Have no problems with
He's
that.
solid. He's solid.
Eden James at
Yeah.
Howard.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is, I get him staying at Howard. He gonna get a Howard education first. His daddy made sure of that.
Oh yeah.
So I get him staying there. But Howard does not use him right.
At all.
That is wasted talent right there.
Right. At all.
Howard does not use that kid
At
right,
all.
man.
At all,
Eden
man.
James is a dog.
Yeah, man. He's a non-factor when we played him too.
Right, right. So, and then you got the rest of the list here. You got any problem with this? Anybody you'd add?
No problems. Nah, I
No
mean,
problem.
pretty much how it is, because most of our guys left.
Right.
So that's why nobody knows what we have on offense.
Now, first team defense. Noah Miles. It's like a couple of these guys on here didn't really have the production that Joshua Barker had, which is why I was kind of confused by it, but I let it go. I let it
Yeah,
go. It's at the defensive line. That was kind of my problem. Everything else, I'm not exactly mad at. Of course, you got to put Jared there. If he wasn't on there, we was definitely gonna have a problem.
yeah,
Um, Other than that, though, I'm not really upset. You see guys like Eric, like I said, like Eric Hunter, like that's just a familiar name already.
yeah.
I don't really have a problem with the rest of it. It's just that Joshua Barker one just kind of really stood out to me for him. But other than that, any problems with the first team defense?
No problem.
Okay.
No problem at all. I mean, it's just like I said, man. We're a team full of unknowns right now,
Mm-hmm.
and we much like much like that FAMU game last year, we're gonna find out what we have when the boys run out on the field.
Facts. Now let's talk about the juicy topic.
Woo! Woo!
There's the QB1 battle that's in Orangeburg, South
Woo!
Carolina, guys. And
Woo!
here's the thing. I'm surprised a lot of people don't know that we have Billy Atkins. A
A
lot of
lot of
people
people
don't know
don't.
that.
A lot of
A
people
lot of
don't.
people
A lot of
they
people
they
don't.
think that we just have Ryan
I actually talked
Stubblefield.
to his dad the other day.
Huh?
I actually talked to his dad the other day.
Okay. What was that like?
Billy Atkins' dad, man. Yeah, me and him got really acquainted, man. He's super excited. He's very, very supportive of his son. And he feels that his son is gonna do amazing things down here. He said, he said his son is super excited for the opportunity. And he, once he found a fishing buddy, you know what I'm saying? He just fell
Mm-hmm.
in love with everything. But he said that this is the first time that he feels that his son really had the opportunity to really show, you know what I mean, show his skill sets. You know what I mean? So I was just like, hey man, you know, we are excited. You know what I mean, because you know, me at football, you get you know, you you can have two quarterbacks, but at the end of the game, one of the quarterbacks really, you know what I'm saying, really gonna, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
really gonna play. You know what I'm saying? But I personally think it's fair to give to just, you know, just make those guys, you know what I'm saying, battle it out. Battle it out and make the best man win. Now, if you was to ask me who I put my money on, Kobe, I'm gonna put my money on Billy Atkins. But that's not saying that two can't do the job. Two can do the job. You know?
Exactly.
Two can do the
And
job.
we know two can do the job. We've seen two do the
do the
job.
job.
Multiple times last season, we had to rely on him.
Yeah. Two can do the job. Two
when E7 was hurt. So here's the thing, right? When you really break this battle down, Ryan brings a lot to the table.
A lot.
Number one, he has in his favor right now is that he knows the offense better.
He does.
That's number one. Two, he's fast. Very fast. Okay, so a lot of these RPOs and read options that we like to run is naturally going to work in his favor. Okay.
Yeah.
Three, he has a good arm. He really does. He has a really good arm. Four, he has respect of the offense. He has respect of the players around him. They love Ryan. They all rally around Ryan. These guys really do support Ryan, but they support everybody on the team. But you know what I'm saying? QB1, well, QB in general, he's really loved by that offense, by his teammates, right? What the only concern it's the same thing we've been saying. The only concern that you will ever have about Ryan is his ability to consistently throw the ball over the line. There were times during his starts last year where he got the ball batted down a few times at the line of scrimmage.
Right.
And that's just and that's the biggest knock against him. And I hate that's such a key factor with him. But we've seen it happen sometimes. Even I don't blame that pick on him in the Celebration Bowl. That's just like right before halftime. You just got to throw it up and hope something happens. But that's the only thing. Unless our offensive coordinator is going to prioritize keeping him on the run, like just having him run out of the pocket, throw on the run, those design rollout plays for him, then I would really be interested in to see how he would hold up a full season. You know what I'm saying? Doing that and just how he'd be able to battle, being able to throw over the line. But when you look at Billy has the pedigree, right? Billy came from the Sun Belt. He played in meaningful games. I think he played in the bowl game, had a good performance, and won. Billy is also athletic. He's fast. He ain't as fast as Ryan, but he's fast. Billy can create, he can improvise very well. Billy has a good arm. I think Billy has better accuracy too.
And you just mentioned why I feel like Billy's gonna win it. I mean, everything you just said, right, was the ingredients for winning the job. I don't think Barry brings him here for him to be the number 2 guy. That's just me. I don't think he doesn't.
I don't think he gives it to Billy either. I think
Oh no. He's not gonna give it to Billy. You are absolutely correct. Which is here's the reason why he said during the MEAC meeting today that we have a quarterback battle. Right? We have a quarterback battle. Easy. Just like they did during the spring. And I guess the guy who left and went to Bethune felt like,
Amari,
felt like he, he didn't want to battle with Ryan no more. So, you know what I mean? But I feel like, listen, like I said, Ryan, two, he can get the job done. I really would like to see how Billy does, during the game, and see how he, see what kind of chemistry he has with the running backs, with the wide receivers, more importantly, with his line and the team. You know what I'm saying? And so, like you said, man, Ryan has the respect of everybody because he's been here and he knows the offense. But when it comes down to Jimmy's and Joe's, man, Billy has been around some big time football, and he has won a big time bowl game, and that says a lot.
Right. And it's like, bro, we said at QB. Yeah. Well, yeah, no, we're not saying, Steve. We're not saying we not sit at QB. We comfortable with any one of these guys to take the snap, but we're talking about the battle that's taking place. Any one of these guys that roll out with the first team, we confident regardless. And that's gonna bring me to my point, right? I'm gonna go Billy as well,
right?
But if it is Ryan, I'm just as confident.
That's what I'm saying. So what was the statement?
What? Oh,
you would just read.
Oh no, I think Steven was just saying, like, bro, we said at QB, they are both capable guys. Ryan put that Morgan defense to sleep. We are at QB. Yeah, no, we know we are at QB.
Bro, what the hell is he talking about? Like, nobody is saying that we not set at QB. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's just reiterating. I think he's just reiterating. We good at QB.
Okay. Because basically what it is that we have two capable quarterbacks. Period. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm just telling you who I think will be, QB1. But I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan is QB1 also. You know what I'm saying?
But I say this, right?
Yeah.
Just whoever walks out at QB1, just because you got that nod week 1, that don't mean everything. That don't mean everything is sold. That don't mean everything is it. Because let me tell you something.
Hey,
we got a good chance to get back to Atlanta. You feel me? Everybody love the backup quarterback.
Hey,
you start playing bad in a couple weeks.
Out of there.
You're out of there.
You out of there. But like I said, man, I think that we got lucky, man. We got two, some capable quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Billy has to earn the trust. Billy really has to earn the trust of the team. Luckily, it's a new team, so you know what I mean. So so a lot of guys. Well, there are so many guys who have to earn the trust of the team. And so and it's gonna be one of those things, man, where hopefully within these next 33 days or 32 days they all can actually come together and form a chemistry that's good enough to you know what I'm saying, go up against a real hungry Wofford team, because Wofford is coming here ready to win, man. Wofford had a bad year last year, right? Wofford had a bad year last year, and they have a coach who was the defensive coordinator here for years, right? So Jonathan Saxon. So Wofford wants to come here and beat these boys to sleep. So that's why I'm telling you and everybody who who is listening that it is very important for State to come out and and really make a statement. You know what I mean? Especially with losing the whole Celebration Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really want to start this season with a win.
Right.
Yeah.
Brian Singleton says, I think Ryan was the third best QB in the MEAC. He was. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. Brian was. Brian, he was.
Right, listen,
our backup quarterback was the third best quarterback in the conference.
Ryan is a dog. Ryan's a dog. Ryan Listen, the only knock on Ryan is short. That's it, man. That's it.
And I know that motivates him because I know he gets tired of hearing it.
Of course, right. You know what I'm saying? But you can't hide the obvious either, right? But we don't know what Billy Axis can do.
Right.
We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But but so by mid-August, me and you will be there, went down there and watched a couple, practices, and did our evaluations, much like we did last year when we saw that number 7 was a dog.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, much like we did last year when we knew 7 is a dog. So at some point, we gonna see, hey, Billy either gonna do the, Billy, he's either gonna do the damn thing, or 2, Ryan gonna just take it home and just see what's up.
Right. All right, moving on. Coach Berry, we talked about this, but Coach Berry really said the strength of the team is the defense. No surprise there. Like we said, the secondary is bigger than last year. They are a little bit more accredited because a lot of these guys were all conference honors at their past schools, right? And they're just as athletic. I think this secondary, a lot more 6 feet guys, right? A lot more 6 feet guys in that secondary.
Yeah.
So that secondary is going to be very fun to watch. We got young talent, really good talent, but young talent on that defensive line, and I think we got a very good group of experienced guys at that linebacker position. Nobody can replace Aaron and what he does. That is a generational talent, but we made up for that with the talent that we brought in. Especially like I said, the guy from Fort Valley is just my favorite, man. The fact that he was able to produce the way that he did on one of the best defenses in the Division II level. Right. But yeah, so we can see why Coach Berry says the strength of the team is going to be the defense. Now, last topic, right? The projected regular season wins has come out.
Yeah.
There's plenty of schools on here. Now, y'all may not be able to see it because I know this is a little small, but if you look at the bottom left, right, second to last, that is us. That is us at South Carolina State, and they are projecting that we win 8 games.
That's good. Good.
You go a little bit further up, they're projecting that North Carolina Central. Just one more. So they're giving North Carolina Central a little bit better odds than we do, basically to make to the Celebration Bowl.
I can't knock that. You know what I mean? Because Central is a damn phenomenal program, man. They are, and have been for a while now, man. And we were so lucky to beat those guys last year. Like, yeah, we had the better team, yes, and we beat those guys, plenty of times, of course. But they have a solid program, a solid coach, and those kids will be well coached, man. You know what I mean? Prepared. We're gonna see how they look on the 23rd of August when they play Southern, right? And that's gonna tell us, that's gonna tell us so much. Much like we have questions. Well, they have questions also. Right. So that that game is going to tell us a whole lot about Central, but it's just it's just the unknown right now for everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we may win more than 8 games, right? Or we may lose more than 8 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know, bro. Like, we don't know what we're gonna have at running back.
True. Well, yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah, we got KZ and all those guys, right? We got Casey Fields and the guy from Fayetteville State and
Julian.
Julian and guys like that, but we don't really know what we got. You know, we don't know what kind of line we got. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is just guessing just to make headlines, just to put content out there. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that first game on August 30th will tell me and you and everybody else so much, right? But I think that first game versus Southern versus North Carolina Central will tell the MEAC so much about North Carolina Central. Yeah,
and you know what? I agree, and I'll say this right. Not to look ahead. You never want to look ahead or anything. But if everything goes the way that it's supposed to, it's gonna come to if everything goes the way it's supposed to, it's gonna come down to two teams basically for the MEAC again. And the only difference is this time me at their house. And that's it. Oh, you know,
it's
that
hard.
home field advantage is something.
Listen, it's hard to win in North Carolina Central.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. Like they have a small stadium and the crowd is right on top of you.
Right.
It's hard to win at North Carolina Central. But I'm gonna tell you this right here, and I'm just telling you this. I think a dark horse, like now every game we're gonna have to come and play every game. Mm-hmm. Every single game in the MEAC, we have to come and play.
You about to say what I think you about to say? You about to say what
I think Norfolk will upset some people.
I'll do you one better. I'm not saying Delaware State gonna upset some people. They gonna give a lot of people a run for their money.
A lot, especially with the new quarterback they got.
Ooh, boy. Woo. Oh my God. Listen, so if y'all don't know, woo, Coach Jackson, Deshaun Jackson, right? He's made his first big splash in the transfer portal. We thought it was Antonio Gates' son. No. He just got a transfer quarterback from Sacramento State. Sacramento State, that quarterback is like that, guys.
He is.
That boy
is
like that. Now, mind you, I already thought we saw what they did to Hawaii.
Right.
The fight that they brought to Hawaii last year, that's an FBS team. Offensively, this team just got much better with the new signal calling.
Yeah.
Guys, they don't have nothing defensively, right? That's why I'm not saying they'll be in Atlanta. They don't have anything defensively. Offensively, Delaware State looks like they could be one of the fastest teams in HBCU ball, period. They got weapons.
Yeah.
Offensively, Delaware State got weapons.
Right.
All right, so they gonna be a challenge for a lot of people, man.
Yeah. Now
a lot of people.
Listen. Man, you ain't gotta sell me on them, man. I already, I already know, man. And I think that's why I say each game, South Carolina State will have to come to play to win each game. Like that 1-0 mentality is real this year. That 1-0 mentality is real because each Saturday you can lose, bro. Like you can you can lose. Bro. You know what I'm saying? There are no gimmies, right? So, but like I said, man, that first game is really gonna tell it all for everybody in the nation, man. That first game is really gonna lay it all out to let us know what we have available and how things may look going down the road. Because that first game last year, granted we lost, but we left Tallahassee with a lot of confidence.
Right.
We did because we saw a lot of good things, and I mean, hopefully, on the 30th, we'll see the same thing.
Hey, Travis, I told you that. Hey, shout out, Travis. I told you not to show up, man. I told because I knew you was gonna come here and play. Shout out to Travis. Travis is the SID at Jackson State.
Oh, okay.
So hey, shout out, Travis. Hey, Travis, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there in one game next season. I'm gonna let you know which one. We gonna get in contact for sure. Shout out to my guy Travis, man. Um, but yeah, want to know mentality. Want to know mentality. I'm not saying we should take any school. You never want to take any school for granted. That's just I know for a
Right.
fact it can't be Delaware State and it can't be Norfolk.
Mm.
It can't be them. That's not the same team from last year. And
Right.
I'm saying all this, but I still have the utmost confidence that the conference comes down between us in North Carolina Central, and that's when hopefully we're healthy. We're very healthy going into that game because that's when we're gonna need the defense the most, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Because you got
Yeah.
Walker Harris, his last year of eligibility, he's gonna be at
Yeah.
home. You know what's on the line.
Yeah.
This is gonna be another Thursday game. I'm tired of that, right? But it's
Oh, it
it's
is.
it's yeah. I think it's a Thursday
Wow.
game again.
Wow.
I think it's a Thursday
Wow.
game again. So we gonna yeah. So anyways, guys, Tuck, you got anything else you want to say?
That's it, y'all. 33 more days, Bulldogs. Get ready. You know what I'm saying? We need y'all to pack this thing out. Are we gonna have another show prior to that?
Um, but right before the game.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Oh yeah. Right,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, cool.
Got
Yes,
you.
so we're gonna see y'all real soon. You know, I hope I really hope you guys come out to the MEAC swag challenge, man, and just catch some good HBCU football. You know what I'm saying? And then the following week, you can catch us down in Carolina as South Carolina State take on Walker University. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, let's look forward to some Bulldog football. Me and Kobe will be letting y'all know what all we seen. Whenever we do make it to the practices and get an assessment of how the team may look. You know what I'm saying? And let's go from there. Kobe, you've been reading the comments, man. What all the people been saying?
So basically, Alan Darby saying, hey, Kobe and Tuck, I will be in Orangeburg for homecoming to see my family. Hey, dog, if you see us, always say what's up for sure.
Okay,
Diana saying, great
cool.
show, guys. See you next show. Go Dogs, Miss Diana. We always appreciate having you here. Eric Jones, hey, facts. Get your season tickets, please. Please get
Yeah,
your tickets. Get your
get your
tickets. Coach
season
said
tickets,
y'all,
guys.
y'all done spoiled them last year. Coach said y'all done
Yeah,
spoiled them last year with the great crowds. We need
get
that
your
again.
season tickets.
All right,
Get your season tickets. So
Sean. We may be surprisingly in a better position than last season, especially on
possibly,
defense. I
possibly,
agree with you.
possibly.
I
I
agree with
listen.
you.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, especially defensively.
We look really good defensively, man. Like I'm loving it. I'm loving it, Tuck.
You know, you know, and we didn't talk about Tyler Jones and
Oh my gosh.
the other cat. Listen, I think, and I'm gonna say this right here, and nobody has said this, but I forgot the kid's name. He transferred from Benedict last year, man. He was a freshman, but he was but he wore number 21 last year. Long dreads, DB.
21. I know who you're talking about.
He was a dog
I
from
know who you're talking
Jacksonville,
about.
Florida.
Yes.
He was a dog last year. He was a dog. I really expect him to really have a big year this year.
Mm, mm, facts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, guys, this we still were able to have a good show, but I would have had a lot more for y'all if the weather got really bad, like literally 15 minutes before showtime, and like the power and everything cut out, and it came back on right back in time. So
So
I couldn't put everything that I wanted to into this show, and we'll have that next show.
it's all
Um,
good. We good.
Yeah, yeah. You know, things happen. You know, life on life.
Yeah.
With that being said, man, we thank y'all for tuning in to episode 3, season 2 of Bulldog Blitz. Next show we gonna, next show we gonna be even
It's
more
on and
closer to that
popping,
first
baby.
game. You know, and we gonna be breaking down Wofford. I think that should be our next show. Matter of
Wofford. Yeah,
fact,
we bring it down Wofford, man.
yeah, breaking down Wofford. Scout
Break down
Wofford, breaking
Wofford.
them down.
Yeah.
So I
Wofford
think
got a lot of transfers, dog.
they do, they do. So I
Wofford
think
got a lot of
that'll be
transfers.
our next show. Um,
Yeah.
that being said, hey, I love y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all so much for the support. Guys, please remember to stay hydrated. Please stay safe. Stay hydrated, man. It has been, this ain't the same sun we played in when we was younger. This is different. This is
It's
different heat.
super disrespectful.
Very,
Yeah.
very disrespectful, man. So, guys, stay
Very
hydrated. Stay all that. And we'll catch y'all next time, man. We out.
All right, y'all be good, Bulldogs.